Hello everyone, this is Nikhil. This video is for all the children who are going to appear for their board examinations in the coming March April. I'm going to give a few valuable inputs, tips, and suggestions that might help you build a right kind of approach towards your preparation and give you a few insights on how to deal with failure, the crunch time during your examinations, etc. So I'm going to concentrate on the first aspect, which is planning and time management. Before that, I just want to mention a point which I feel is of utmost importance. uh, Make sure that you don't have too many regrets in your preparation period, not just until your board exams but in general in life, because regrets are really painful. And there shouldn't be a situation where you long for your past again, so that if you get back to November December again, you can start your preparation again and make use of your time very well. There shouldn't be such kind of situation, because that is not possible actually. And instead you can try to give your best shot in the coming few months. Prepare well in an organized way, try to improve after each and every pre-board exam. Evaluate yourself consistently. So always try to work on things that are under your control, and make use of the present time available. So the first aspect, as I said, is planning and time management. As we all know, planning is key, it is vital, but it's only half the job done. It's not the end of things. Because no matter how well you have planned your the way of completion of syllabus, no matter how good your timetables or schedules are, it all boils down to how well you execute or implement your plans. For example, you have your preparation holidays, which are plenty in number, but most of the times we end up doing nothing in those preparation holidays. Instead, you can try to start and spend only 1 or 2 hours daily, and gradually increase the momentum and increase the graph of number of hours per day or number of chapters per day. Start in a simple fashion and then you can accelerate it a bit, because once you look back at your preparation holidays and feel that you haven't made the most of it, then a panic situation arrives and you will be unhappy at yourself, and it is not going to help you. So make sure you make good use of your preparation holidays and know when to switch on and switch off, because when you're not quite there and when you don't have that desire to excel, then it's better, that's not the right time to sit steady, because you'll get all negative thoughts and you feel that you are going to fail, and somehow you end up messing up things, and things go out of control. Instead of that, uh, you can switch off for a few minutes and come back when you're fresh and you have the right kind of thoughts flowing in your mind, and when you have the desire to excel, when you want to prepare well, that is when you need to sit and start your preparation, and you need to be really motivated to do well. So these little things are really crucial, because they can make or break your time. And coming to time management, instead of planning too many things in a single day and ending up doing only half of them, what happens is you think you are not going in the right path, and you will start getting tensed, and eventually your next days of preparation will also get affected. Instead of that, just try to focus on one chapter, one particular point in that chapter that you are studying, and take it step by step. And who knows, by the end of the day, if you have planned only for one chapter, you might end up completing two chapters. So this kind of approach helps. And say for example, you have not made good use of past few days of your preparation. Instead of just focusing on the days that you have wasted, not properly used, you can just try to channel your focus on the present time that you have. Because if you keep on worrying about the days that you have wasted, you are also affecting the current schedule and plan, and this will not help because you are not going to get back the time that you have wasted or spent. And instead you can just try to give it your best from now on. Plan at least from now on, and just concentrate on the present. And also there is no need to just think too much about the future. What kind of questions will I able to do well, will I be able to complete the paper in time? These are all not under your control right now. So only when the exam day comes, you can try to think of that during your exam. When you have current time in your hand, just try to make the most of it. And say you have been neglecting or postponing a difficult chapter from ages, then instead of just giving it up, uh, try to face the challenge. Of course, it will be difficult for the first few moments or few hours, but once you get to know the chapter, you might feel more comfortable and you will start enjoying it. And without your knowledge, you will start enjoying it, and maybe coming to the completion of the chapter. So just have that smart approach, and try to face the challenge or the difficult chapter that you feel, instead of just giving it up, because there is no point in escaping anything. Eventually you have to face it anyhow. So have the right kind of approach and take it step by step. And who knows, you might end up loving the most the chapter that has worried you the most so far. Next, coming to analysis, we all know that a product comes into the market after a lot of stages in between. Similarly, your pre-boards are designed with papers of higher difficulty. This is only keeping in mind that you will be prepared for any kind of challenge in your board exams. This will really help you, because if you try to focus on your weak areas after every single pre-board exam and try to cover those, then come the board exams, you'll be very well prepared to attempt any kind of question, and you'll be up for any challenge. At the same time, it is important that you don't lose out on your good areas. You need to continue your strengths, at the same time cover your weaknesses by the experience that you will have gained through so many pre-board exams. And coming to building an equanimous attitude, uh, it's important that you not get complacent no matter how well you have performed in the past, because each pre-board exam is completely a new beginning. And you have to start from the scratch again. If you dwell in the past and be satisfied with all your achievements in the past, then you start to get complacent and you will take things for granted and you lose the plot there. Instead, you always have the desire to excel and try to improve on every single location, because there is always scope for improvement. And if a person encounters a sudden failure or is encountering failures consistently, make sure that you still work hard, don't lose hope, because life is all about bouncing back from struggles. You need to have a tenacious attitude, that is ability to never give up. Because once you have given up, no matter how much your parents, teachers, friends help you, it all comes down to you. You should not give up. Always have that self belief, to the core that you can bounce back, you can start coming on to the track. Yeah, so there is no need to panic and take extreme steps, because not only your health gets affected, but it's that you're running away from the challenge. Instead, try to face it, try to have different kind of approach, focus on your weak areas, take help from your friends or teachers, and you too can act smart in this situation. Say you have mm, 6 chapters, out of which you feel 3 are easy, 3 are difficult. You can try to complete the first 3 easy chapters in a perfect manner, so that the confidence that you will gain will be transferred to the difficult chapters also, and you will be in a much better position, and you can deal the situation very well. And who knows, by the end of the day you can also be able to complete the difficult chapters also. So never give up, there is always a chance, don't miss out. And do not take any extreme steps, because this is not the end of the world. You have a few more pre-boards to come, we have few more things to work on, so that you are very well prepared for the final exams. And coming to importance of friends, I know we all are comfortable with our friends more than with our parents, especially during our youth. Uh, of course, this is not generalized, but uh, what you can do is uh, you can just try to ask the silliest of doubts to your friends, because they are not there to laugh or tease you, because you just can't leave those doubts. You have to clarify them. So you can ask your friends the silliest of doubts, because it is also going to help their preparation, as they will be going to explain it to you. And if you feel that their kind of approach towards preparation and dealing with failures is good, appreciable, then you can try to emulate those good qualities. And of course you can do it in your own style, but it's important that you try to grasp all the good things. And if you notice any person taking the wrong path and not quite focused, it's not wrong to correct them. It will definitely help the person if you give some kind of pep talk to him. Hey man, be focused. Come on, let's uh, face the challenges. Be prepared, man. We have exams coming up. All these kind of pep talks will really help, because these words coming from his own close friend will really help him, and also boost your confidence too. And coming to the last few tips that I want to pass on, first thing is, for example, if you have covered a chapter which consists of 6 pages, then make sure that you remember all the topics and subtopics names of all the 6 pages. In that way, there might be the most trickiest question from the chapter, but still you will be in a very good position to face that, because you know what exactly is the subtopic or topic present in each page, and you will eventually come up with the right answer. Due to this, you'll also make sure that you're not missing out on even the smallest point in the entire chapter. So this is one approach where you can visualize in your mind and have the pictures of what are all the topics and subtopics page wise in the chapter. Second tip that I want to pass on is, say you people have maths or accounts as your subject, then instead of just going through all the problems and reading them and just turning over the pages, you can try to practice it. actually take a pen and put it on the paper. That is the way to go, because you feel that you have got the you have gotten the solution, and you can directly replicate in the exams. But unfortunately that might not happen every single time. Once you pick the pen and put it on the paper, you might get stuck on a few occasions, and that is when you know your weak areas, and by doing so your confidence levels will boost up, and that is when you are really prepared for the finals. So make sure you practice a lot instead of just reading the problems. And coming to the last piece of advice that I want to pass, avoid last minute preparation, say just before the exam, because you might encounter a completely new topic by hearing to your friend somewhere there. So suddenly panic situation arises, and you get a feeling that you have not prepared well because you are hearing some new topic names from your friends. But that's okay. If you feel that in the limited time you can get to know about that topic, ask your friend and try to learn. If you feel that you are not comfortable and you can't learn in the limited amount of time, just forget about it and try to focus on so many other topics that you have gained control over, and that are your strengths. So try to focus on your strengths, and go into the exam room with right kind of mindset, like a warrior, trying to excel, and making sure that what all you have done good in these past few days, you actually put it on paper, so that instead of just worrying about one topic that you haven't gone across, you can try to channel your focus on the remaining topics that you have done very well. Okay, so these are few tips that I wanted to pass. Hopefully, you can make the most of it. Thanks a lot.